Hey guys, Evan Bourcier here, and you're watching vlog number 10, which is all about taking on too much or wearing too many hats in production. This is predominantly a problem when you're starting out, but I've seen people do this well on through their career, and honestly, I think it's something that will hamper people who are further into their career, and it's kind of why I'll see certain people still at certain phases, I guess, after a while. The first thing that I wanted to do as a quick aside before we jump into that is tell you that if you haven't checked out Patreon yet, you should do that. I'm going to put a little teaser at the end of this of one of the exclusive Patreon videos that I put out recently, but Patreon's a cool place. Basically what it is an opportunity for you to support what I'm doing both on the public channel here as well as getting access to exclusive content and an exclusive community on Patreon. So we do all kinds of different things, from me critiquing people's work and doing feedback on it to me going through the process of quoting things to clients, and you get up-to-date content on all the shoots that I have going on right now. And so for $15 a month is the minimum donation to get access to all the free content. You can donate less than that, and I super appreciate it. You can donate more than that and get bonus access to other things, but $15 a month is kind of our average donation. Allows me to do things like this, allows me to take the time, get the gear, everything else we need to do this, and hopefully buy a better camera for these soon, because I don't really love the webcam thing. Anyway, that's my plug for Patreon. On to this. So, starting out, a lot of us all start in the phase where we get a camera and start making videos. So the thing with that is that we learn to do everything. You learn how to shoot, you learn how to edit, you learn how to have a concept, you learn how to produce your own stuff. And that's great because those are all really valuable things to know. And I've found that knowing all of that has been one of the most valuable things for me going into the rest of my career, whether directing or DPing or anything like that. But I think that you should still be making a decision at some point to what you want to do, and you can do other things in that, but having a intended direction and kind of posturing yourself as that. One of the most common things I see that gives me a red flag that someone might be, I guess, a bit of a noob, for lack of a better term, is when you go to something they did and it's like director, producer, editor, sound engineer, composer, motion graphic artist, PA, grip, boom operator, and insert name here. And you may do all those things. There's still shoots where I do all of those things, but you don't have to say that. And I think it comes off a little home-baked, and it doesn't come off as impressive. It just comes off as like unnecessary. So you can still do that and you can still be the one producing everything, but maybe you just say directed by or filmmaker. You don't have to really sell yourself as like all these different things. If you want to be a sound guy, you can point out that you did sound. If you want to be a DP, point out that you shot it. But you don't have to point out every little thing that you did on the shoot in your credits. Going forward, once you've decided, hey, I really want to direct, I would highly recommend offloading some of those other skills as you start to be able to go, hey, someone else can mix this, or hey, someone else do music, or hey, someone else is a sound guy. And then that's going to allow someone who's hopefully better than you at their job to do it well, and for you to focus on your job and do it as well as possible. But I think just that intentionality of like trying to give yourself some kind of direction. It doesn't mean picking one thing. You know, I still go around as a director and a DP and get work doing both, and that's fine. But I'm not putting myself out there as a director, DP, producer, whatever. It's just not how I choose to do that. So I think that learning everything is great. I really do think that you should know as much about everything as you can, but I think you need to recognize when it's time to hand things off and to not just put yourself out there as like a jack of all trades, because it's much more valuable to be a leader who can bring a highly skilled team to a successful project than it is to be like the guy who knows how to make videos. So this is all my opinion, obviously, take it for what you will, but I would highly recommend that you position yourself not as a list of 16 different things. So we've made it to vlog number 10. I thank you so much for watching. I have some cool content coming soon because tomorrow my Red Scarlet weapon is supposed to be shipping. I also have a new shoot tomorrow that we'll be doing some behind the scenes stuff on, another shoot this weekend that I'm hoping to do a big breakdown, sort of like the Lazarus Brewing thing, and talk about pre-production right on through. So that'll be cool. So we've got cool stuff coming to you. If you want to check out more content, go to the blog at eBourcier.com, links in the description. Check out my social media. I'm like 50 followers away from 3,000, so appreciate the follows. And check out Patreon. So yeah, check out this quick tease of some of what we're doing over on Patreon, and if you have any questions, shoot me an email at evan@eBourcier.com. Thank you so much for watching. My thing with camera upgrades is that there's a logical train of thought there, which is that I'm making work and I want my work to be better. Everyone who's doing better work is shooting on this camera, so I should get that camera to make better work. Unfortunately, I don't think that logic is actually true. And so I'm going to quickly jump to the metaphor of music, because music is something that I am passionate about. I'm not nearly as talented at it as I am filmmaking, I would say, but I love it. And music can have a similar problem, but I think it's easier to look at from an unbiased perspective if you're not a musician. And so if you're a musician and you want to make #1 hit singles, saying everyone records on $10,000 mixing consoles, so I'm going to go buy a $10,000 mixing console, is not going to make you a #1 single.